Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is round 3 of my Modern League with Sultai Snow, whatever you want to call the deck. And this time around, I won the die roll, which is pretty awesome. My hand is a sure keep. I have 3 lands and stuff to do. I'll start off with an Astrolabe. Playing Island Astrolabe lets me cast Assassin's Trophy on turn 2 if that's necessary. I don't know a lot of cards that will force me to do that, but it's some nice flexibility to have. Tapped Breeding Pool. Could be anything. It could be anything. So let's have a look here with Thought Scour. I mill over Tarmogoyf and Force of Negation. So let's see here. Is it important to be able to push end of turn? I think what I want to be doing is play the fetch. So if I draw into something like Archmage's Charm or Uro, I can push in a turn and still play my 3-drop, but I guess it isn't important at this stage. So I guess I'm playing against some kind of Primeval Titan strategy, which I think is a horrible matchup. Okay, we do draw the Force of Negation. I'll shock myself, pass the turn. And I'll counter basically anything with the Force of Negation. Now I'm really hoping for my opponent to play bounce lands so I can start using my Assassin's Trophy. But the castle is kind of the same. Explosives for 0. Alright. So what I'm going to do here is trophy the castle end of turn. I could be in real deep trouble this game. I'm not sure why they float a mana. Okay. It's just a good habit, you know? I wonder if I should put anything on top of my library here. Assassin's Trophy, I do already have one. I'm not gonna do it. I think I'm gonna press no, because what I'm looking for is basically Cryptic Command with the Jace. Or the Charm. I end up finding both, which is pretty sick. Okay. This might mean I have a shot this game, except that card exactly. So now my Jace is dead if they have another land. Yeah, this is horrible. This is not good. So let's see, I have trophy and I don't even know what else I have on top. So right now I basically need to dodge them having Primeval Titan in hand. I have a stop on my own upkeep because I'm thinking about... Oh, I have a push underneath, I think. Push is not gonna do much. I can't use Drown in the lock. Because they only have 2 cards in their graveyard. Oh, this is super tough. What if I Thought Scour them? Then I can't counter. Then I lose to Primeval Titan. This is so sick. Do I want to draw? It's tough. So I have the trophy. Trophy takes care of Primeval Titan, but what if I Thought Scour myself? I don't really want the Fatal Push at this point. Then I live with one more turn of Dryad stuff. Hopefully I counter a Primeval Titan so they get 3 cards in the yard. Yeah, this is super tough. I needed to dodge the Dryad on that turn. They only had 5 mana available. Now they can Ghost Quarter themselves. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I guess my only... I was about to concede there. So I guess my only chance now is kill the Dryad in response. Looks like they're gonna deal me 6 more damage. Yeah, the Dryad was just so good. It got rid of the Mind Sculptor, which is my way to keep up the pressure. Yeah, that was tough. Explore, that's fine. Could have countered that one, actually. Yep. So, yeah. Turns out they were completely out of gas, but I'm not sure I could have done anything about that. I needed to fate the Dryad for that turn and then untap and have my freshly drawn hard counters available. But it's a super tough matchup, especially game 1. I'm pretty excited to see if these 8 cards drastically change the matchup. Let's see. I think I want a couple of answers for the Dryad, but not that many. Drown the Lock is not very strong against him. So I feel like I keep sideboarding out Uro and Drown in the Lock. I'm not sure what that means. I think how I win is them never getting zombies. I don't think Dead of Winter is what I want to bank on. So maybe I just trim. I guess if I Thought Scour my opponent, these are alive. What about Force of Negation? That could be kind of bad. I want to try cutting those. Then I need to cut one more. Then I need to cut one more. It's probably, I don't know, Drown in the Lock maybe? I'm not sure. Let's try and get a feel for it. Game 1, I feel like I have to be very lucky to beat that deck. I also need a Tarmogoyf to beat down while I'm disrupting them. Speaking of Tarmogoyf. Oh, a nice message. I don't remember this opponent's name, but it could be. So with this hand, I plan on going turn 1 Inquisition, turn 2 Tarmogoyf. Especially now that my opponent mulliganed. Let's see what they're working with. Beast Within. Beast Within is very good against both Damping Sphere and Ashiok. Dismember is good versus Goyf. I think I'm gonna go with the Beast Within. Yeah, so another question is if I play out that Goyf and just have it eaten by Dismember, or I want to be digging for gas. It's always kind of awkward with these chat interactions if I don't I don't remember the event in details, except I beat my 5 opponents that didn't play Eldrasitron, and I went 5-2, so at least I know that much. Drown in the Lock. That card doesn't do a whole lot right now. So now I just want to play the Goyf, play the tap land. So yeah, they have the Gemstone Mine. Kind of hoping they don't draw the Dryad. Alright, Dismember to save 2 points of life. I like that. Second Fatal Push is pretty horrible. Let's get a Jason to play and start hopefully churning card advantage. Gonna hide the Ashiok on top. Tracker. Tracker is a good one. But I do have the Fatal Push at the ready. So what I want to be doing here is Brainstorm, put back 1 push, 1 land. Is that right? I think it is. Then I want to fetch. I want to get rid of the tracker. I want to draw. Then I want to deploy Ashiok. Could have deployed Damping Sphere actually, but I don't think I can get punished for letting them have 5 mana this turn, so I was okay with that. I saved a mana this way. Let's see what this is. Explosives for 3. Okay. That's strong. That is very strong. Another Ashiok. I was just about to activate this. It's actually a horrible synergy with Drown in the Lock, so let's not do that. This is great. This is great. So right now I could take their explosives, deploy the Damping Sphere. How does that sound? Did I play a land this turn? I think, yeah, I did. So I can't do that. Alright. Let's go with Trophy on top. Draw Ashiok next turn. Deploy the Damping Sphere. So now they even burn a counter on the Gemstone Mine, which, you know, could come in handy. So this is a spot where I could consider start Fate Sealing, because I have a bunch of counters in hand. Eh, I'm not quite there yet. I think I want to build my hand to find more counters. Goif is a good one. Goif is definitely a good one. And now I can even thought scour my opponent to make the drown in the lock live. That's also cool. So let's see here. Trophy on top. Snapcaster on top. Play out Goif. And pass. And I guess my opponent breaks the EE here to get rid of the Ashok. 6-7, okay. Summoner's Pact. I think that's fine. So let's see, is my opponent in trouble next turn? I wonder what they found. Okay, Dryad. Counter target spell. Not super efficient, but it gets the job done for sure. So now they're taking their next turn off because of the Summoner's Pact upkeep trigger. So I think this is where I... Yeah, that game was over. 7-8 Tarmogoyf to close the deal. It's just awesome. Beast Within is a good one for sure. I like a couple of pushes, especially now that I saw Tireless Tracker. Tireless Tracker is a good plan B against my hate. Yeah, I'll run it like this. I mean, I could cut a Thought Scour for a third push. It's tough. Thought Scour is pretty medium. Yeah, I'm gonna try it like that. So basically I want to see one Fatal Push to have as kind of an insurance. I don't really want to see anymore. Opponent's on a mulligan. My hand is super mediocre. I get to draw for my turn, then Astrolabe into another card, so I get to see 3 more cards before my turn 2 play. Then 4 more cards for turn 3, which is where I really want something like either Charm, Damping Sphere, Thoughtseize, Ashok. I'm really not sure about this. I don't know how afraid I should be of that deck. With this hand, any lands I draw from this point on are pretty bad. That's a big concern with keeping it. I'll mulligan. It's something I'm not very good at, but it kind of paid off this time. Yeah, this should be a good draw. I wonder what I should get rid of. Maybe I should get rid of the Thought Scour. It's definitely the Thought Scour or the Snake. Both are cantrips, but one of them attacks, one of them is cheaper. If I draw Tarmogoyf, I really want to play that on turn 2 or Damping Sphere. So for curve purposes, I get rid of the Snake. Once Upon a Time is just a super consistency card. I really love that card. Disdainful Stroke is gonna be great later, hopefully. I don't even know how many Cavern of Souls is in my opponent's deck. Scout. It's actually very nasty. Bajuka Bach, okay. Wonder who I should Thought Scour. I think it's my opponent because I have Drowned in the Lock. And I don't have any Uros in the deck. That's kind of funny. So I did find my turn 2 play that I wanted. So let's fetch Breeding Pool, cast a huge Goyf. That's not bad. Then from next turn I can either Ashock or keep up Charm. Both of which are good plays for sure. So opponent returns Bajuka Bach. So let's see here. I think I'll just attack here. They could tribe in the Bajuka Bach, yeah. And exile their graveyard. So Tormagoyf is just a 2/3. It's kind of cool. Yeah, that is kind of cool. So what do I do here? Fetch Island. Yeah, that should be fine. Fetch. Deploy Ashock. Now is the turn where I really don't want my opponent to have anything nasty. I can live with that, right? Oh, maybe this is, I don't know, another Dryad? EE for 3 maybe? Okay. Explosive for 3, that's fine. Then Ashock gets attacked. Jace the Mind Sculptor. 1. This is so tough. I'm afraid if I keep passing the turn, if I keep passing the turn, I'll just die to the Dryad. So maybe this is the turn where I Jace the Mind Sculptor plus on them and try and play defensively. I'll try that. It's so ballsy. Simic Growth Chamber. So if then they can return the Bajuka Bach, cast the Bug. I mean, it's not ideal, but so let's see what this does. It's fine. So no matter what, they can't kill my Planeswalker. And the last card in hand, I'm just gonna have to cross my fingers that it's not either a Titan or Summoner's Pact. Yeah, so now they return the Bug. Can get rid of my yard. Attacking Jace the Mind Sculptor. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about that. And then they pass. Okay. Okay. It's also a good draw. I really want to wait on this one, but let's try and draw some magic cards. Could put back the Sanctuary. I don't really need it right now. So what about this? Boom. Cast Astrolabe. Draw into the Snake. and keep up the fetch. Do I attack here? I think attacking here is fine. Attacking here should be fine. Then I can flash in the snake to block next turn. I really want to get my clock going. Alright. That happens. Let's see. My top card is something I don't want. Oh, this is so stressful. Let's see. Yeah, it's the sanctuary. Okay. I'm sorry, I just got a text from my wife. But I'm back on the game now. Do I fetch here to get in for 1? I guess it's fine. Alright. You take 1 damage, sir. So my plan now is, when they attack, flash in the Codal, kill the Dryad. I didn't even see what they were attacking. They're attacking Jace. Alright. Let's block. I have a 1/1 Death Touch. I'm not afraid to use it. Yeah, I wonder... Alright. Is that a Valakut? Oh, that's a nice one. That is a nice one. Okay. 2/4 double strike. Gonna Thought Scour my opponent on the end of turn, and I draw into the Sanctuary. Trophy. Trophy's pretty sick here, right? Trophy's a good one. Let's see, how do we put our opponent away? How do we put our opponent away? Start with a brainstorm. So I can draw into whatever. I don't want this Jace. And what's the second card I don't want? I think it's the Astrolabe. So I could go like this. Play Sanctuary, because I really want to get more land drops. Yeah, Thought Scour on top. Draw. And then mill myself with Thought Scour, I guess. It's kind of tough. I really want to start attacking, but can't really do it. Let's see, so I trophy the Dryad. I don't want them to draw something like Valakut. I still have a couple of counters for Primeval Titan. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like I'm in a good shape. Reclamation Sage. That card doesn't do a whole lot. Killing off an Astrolabe doesn't really matter. It does make it more complicated for me to start attacking, but I'll try and find another Goyf eventually. I'm gonna Thought Scour myself here. I don't want the Jace. I don't want the second Astrolabe. Codal is a good draw. Codal, at least, yeah, it's something I can attack with. Inquisition doesn't do anything, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so now I have all the counter spells I need. Maybe I'm supposed to just win by targeting them with Jace. See, that card doesn't do anything on its own, so I can say no. Don't put that on the bottom. I don't know what is in my opponent's hand, to be honest. Land makes a lot of sense. Let's attack. So they draw blank. They don't have any options. Let's have a look. What do you got over there, buddy? Dismember? That's fine. I'll find a way around that card. Let's see. So what if they do that? I could just counter it. Let's see what I can find here. Come on, deck. Codal is a good one. Codal is a good one. This game is pretty nerve-wracking. This deck is just so grindy. So they're attacking Jace with both of them. Let's put a Ice Fang Codal into play. That's a good one, right? I was looking for a kind of bad counterspell, so I don't have to use any good ones. So let's see. You have 3 cards in the graveyard. That's perfect. Does my Goyf die from this? I think I'll be fine, regardless. So now they have the Rex Sage left. Oh, for 1 second I thought the Dismember resolves. Never mind. Goyf is sticking around. Yeah, let's put that card on the bottom, shall we? So now, don't I just win next turn? I don't know. I was so focused on getting the Jace to 12 that I didn't really think about just attacking for lethal. Amulet, sure. Yeah, so we actually got this match. It wasn't pretty, but we did. I'm kind of happy that this deck is able to beat some mediocre draws out of Amulet decks. That deck is just very, very strong, and whenever it does its thing, like with its perfect draws, you don't really stand a chance if you're playing something fair. But I did load my sideboard to be able to compete against the deck, and I guess this match somewhat confirms that I'm able to compete against that deck. Alright, so far so good. Thank you guys for watching so far. Let's take a couple more, shall we?